Today on Houston Live, meet the author and kidpreneur who's tackling the topic of teen anxiety in her upcoming TEDx talk.
And he has one of the most recognizable voices in Texas country music. Houston native Morrow tells us why you don't want to miss his return to the local stage.
Plus, stars from Clifford the Big Red Dog chat about turning the children's story into a film and how it's remained a classic for so many years.
And in honor of National Pecan Pie Day, Joe Sam is serving up a sweet slice from a beloved local bakery. All that and more happening today on Houston Life.
Live from Studio B and KPRC2. Houston Live starts now.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Houston Life. It's Monday, July 12th. I'm Courtney Savala.
Can you believe we're almost halfway through July? Hi, everybody.
No.
I'm Derek Shore. Glad to have you with us today. You know, it kind of feels like a Monday, but I feel like coming off that Astros win.
Y'all, it was amazing. Amazing.
For people who didn't see the game, I mean, the Stros were down, right, until the 8th inning, and then suddenly our luck changed.
Yeah, well, it was, you know, the bottom of the 9th, really. I mean, you know, and it was really interesting because we were there and people started to leave, you know, the seats are becoming empty, and Connor does not like to leave a game. He likes to get there very early and doesn't like to leave until the game is over.
I'm the same way.
Okay, and so it wasn't looking good for us, right? And Connor looked at Orlando and said, we are not leaving.
Okay.
We are not leaving. And it's a good thing we didn't. It was an incredible 9th inning, and it couldn't happen to a nicer guy, Jose Altuve. You know, the batters that came up before him did their job. They got on base, right? RBIs and singles, they're meant to do their job, to get on base, to get the score up. But then he, you know, does that walk-off in the 9th. It was unbelievable. They rip off his jersey. The place goes crazy. Of course, that was the controversy. You know, Aaron Judge did his little thing on Saturday night to implicate that he wasn't going to take off his jersey, called Minute Maid freezing. There's just been a lot of shade going on.
You know, endless shade. I always think poor sportsmanship is not sexy, but it sure felt good to end the game that way. And, of course, Jose Altuve without the shirt on. I mean, what a great moment, right?
It was so awesome. And doused with, of course, the freezing Gatorade or the water or whatever it was so incredible. And, oh, my gosh, the place was just on fire. It was so loud and crazy.
Well, we'll be celebrating all week long, I'm sure. Also something to celebrate. We were talking a lot this morning about how we love shining light on local businesses here in Houston. And our friends over at Renovate, Kathy and Courtney, mother-daughter duo, the Today Show did this incredible story about Kathy. I had no idea that almost 10 years ago, she lost her husband in a plane crash.
Yes.
A little more than 10 years ago, perhaps. And she found love again. So I posted it to my KPRC2 Facebook page if anyone wants to watch the whole story. It's worth your time for sure.
It really is. They were high school sweethearts. There's Kathy and Robbie there. And it's a really incredible love story and how they reconnected many years later, and it brought tears to our eyes. And we, again, as Derek was saying, we love shining a spotlight on our local businesses, and Courtney and Kathy and the rest of the team over at Renovate, we love y'all so much. But knowing your story and how you find love again later in life is really fantastic.
Yeah, life takes a bunch of unexpected turns. So, yeah, worth your time. Check out that Facebook page. So we talk a lot about adults behaving badly and things going wrong when you are out in the world, right? Specifically when you are traveling. So one TikToker responded to someone's bare foot on his armrest. Has that ever happened to you?
Not a barefoot, no. A shoeless foot, you know, where they take their shoes off and just, which I don't even know what's worse.
This happened to me a few months ago where someone's foot was literally on my elbow.
Yeah.
It was nasty. Well, check out this video. This is the way this TikToker responded. Check it out.
What to do in this situation?
Into the thick of it. Into the thick of it.
Oh,
We're tramping.
Love it.
Yep.
I love it.
Just a bottle of ice cold water. How's that?
I think it sends a message
I
quite
think
clearly.
I would love to know what happened after that. I mean, clearly the person put their foot down, but I wonder if there was a conversation after that.
I know. You know, as we're all venturing out into the wild again, some of us needed just a refresher course on manners.
I think so too.
Out into the wild. Speaking of out into the wild, so last week we did the stories about, you know, the snake in the toilet, the snake in the mall.
How about the hammerhead worms that are now in Texas?
So gross. But listen to this. A woman wakes up to find an African cat in her bed.
What's an African? That's an African cat?
That's the African cat.
It looks like a cheetah.
It does. It looks very scary, although it looks super cute in that picture there, but, you know, tread lightly. So
large.
apparently, this is what happened, is that this happened in the Atlanta area. A woman said her husband had gotten up because they were going to let the dog out. Dog had to go potty.
Okay.
And then she felt something moving in her bed. She noticed it wasn't just her dog, it wasn't her husband, it wasn't a normal cat. It was a serval. Is that how you say it? An African cat that can grow up to 2 feet and 40 pounds.
Oh, okay, so it's smaller than I thought, but from that photo, I mean, does it not look like a cheetah?
It does.
Even a regular cat, right?
Or like
I mean,
a bobcat.
Even a house
They're
cat,
just
if it
not-
scratches you, I mean, they can cause a lot of damage. So little mini bobcat there.
It jumped out of bed. Her husband was able to get it out of the house. The theory is that someone in the area was keeping it as an illegal house pet. Yeah, I know how you feel about that.
No
The
comments.
latest update is that the cat has now been named Nala and has been captured. So there you go.
Okay, well that sounds. Why did they name the cat?
Maybe just because they felt bad. They were talking about this cat and give her a name.
So we live in a neighborhood where there are like
Cats.
quite a few stray cats. How did you know?
No, I'm kidding.
There are a lot of
Yeah.
cats like out in
Yeah.
the neighborhood. But again, I mean, if you have a cat, you're supposed to keep it inside.
Indoors.
Cats kill so many birds. I mean, millions of them every single year. And plus your neighbors do not want your cat, no offense, cat lovers, they don't want your cat using their flower beds as the litter box.
Oh, you're going to get a hate mail.
If you are an animal lover, you have to realize that cats are out hunting and killing other animals.
Well, not only that, but they can, you know,
Get hit by cars.
they could get hit by a car.
I
They
see
can
cats-
have a litter. I mean, there's like all other things.
It's not safe just to let your cat go roaming around, or your serval roaming around, or
Nala.
your cheetah, or your tiger, Nala. If you see Nala,
Yeah, or your rattlesnake or whatever it is that you have. Stop it.
my goodness, my goodness, what is up to with people keeping these exotic pets
I
at
don't
home
know.
too?
I don't know. And
Like-
by the way, how do you lose that type of cat
I don't know. Maybe
in the
you're-
middle of the night?
Maybe you let it out to go to the bathroom,
I
and
don't
then it never
know.
comes back.
This is very
And then-
strange.
what would you do if you woke up and you had a cat like that in your bed?
I would freak out. First of all, you know, I wear contacts, so I'd have to like get the glasses and really like figure it out. You know that commercial where they're like, "Look, honey, it's a cat," and they let the cat in and it's a skunk? I mean, that would be me, right? My vision's not that bad. It is, but it's not, you know, but I'd need some serious glasses.
Skunks also cute, but they don't belong in the home.
Don't get near skunks.
Yeah.
Yeah, very stinky.
Okay, well, send us your cat stories. We want to hear all of them, please.
And all the hate mail can go to dshore@kprc.com. Just kidding. Listen, it was a
That's
public...
not my email address.
It says it on the bottom of the screen.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. Well, it says it on your bio, your social handle. Still to come from
You
cleaning
want to get my address too? What?
Oh, I don't know your address. To cleaning to cooking, the top hacks that you live by. Find out the real use of those edges on a Ritz Cracker.
Oh, okay. Curious about that. But first, let's check in with Joe, who had a pretty sweet assignment today. Hey, Joe.
Hey guys, that's right. Mama always said life is like a chocolate pecan pie. That's my Forrest Gump impression. But you know what? We're going to get expecting what we're going to be having here. I'm giving you a sweet way to start off your week with ooey gooey pecan pie. I'll introduce you to the local favorite bakery, helping you celebrate the National Day when Houston Life returns.
Welcome back. Okay, so I love this topic on household hacks, and I found something this weekend that literally made me stop and go, what? I can't believe this. Okay.
Okay.
So Ritz Crackers, they're a crowd favorite in my house. I think Connor eats like a whole sleeve himself. He loves Ritz Crackers.
wow.
Have you ever stayed up really late at night wondering why the Ritz Crackers have ridges on them, like around.
You know,
Can't say I
I
have.
can't say I have.
Well, listen, the Ritz Cracker Company, they're on it, and they put a TikTok video out to explain that the ridges actually have a purpose.
Okay.
It's like a cutting utensil. That's why the cracker was designed. You use it to take your sliced cheese, and you can cut it.
You can cut a slice of cheese with it?
Yes.
Oh.
Who
Well, that's
knew?
kind of cool. I mean, I would assume the ridges are just to sort of like help you scoop up some dip or something with it.
No, because I think when you do that, the cracker kind of it breaks.
Okay.
So this is more of just the cutting. Ridges for cutting.
Well, I'm going to have to try that the next time I have crackers
I
and slices
know.
of cheese. Okay, I've got one for you as well.
Okay.
So, you know, Michelle Williams, formerly of Destiny's Child, we just
Yes.
had Michelle on the show a couple
Sure
weeks
did.
ago. So she tweeted about not being able to find lotion, so she used vegetable oil. She says, please don't judge me. You can see the tweet right there on your screen. So this started quite a large Twitter conversation. A lot of people back and forth saying they were surprised. A lot of people hadn't heard of using vegetable oil as lotion. And it turns out, why not, right? A lot of people use coconut oil as lotion. For a long time, my sister Heather used grapeseed oil, like to wash her face. So I think it's great.
Does it? I'm guessing it gets absorbed. It doesn't just kind of.
I think if
have
you
the
use
layer.
it sparingly.
Right. No, I'm not saying douse yourself with it, but it does. You don't feel oily afterwards.
I mean, I don't know. I've never rubbed vegetable oil all over my
Can
body.
you please do it tonight and get back to me?
Yes,
Great.
I'd be happy to check that out.
Might be good on cuticles.
Oh, it might be. Oil is good. Coconut oil is great
Yes.
too because you can scoop it up before it liquefies and then you can, you know,
Just like this.
do a little. You can use it as makeup remover.
Coconut oil is very good for you.
It is very, it smells great as well. Okay, so Lauren Kelly is standing by. Lauren, you have our question of the day?
Yeah, but first, Derek, if you end up dousing yourself in vegetable oil, please take videos. I need to see this, okay?
Oh dear, it sounds like a mess.
We want to hear from you guys. What is your favorite household hack? And we've already got some great answers coming in. Let's jump right over to Brian. He writes in, using an old pillowcase to gather the dust off the blades of a ceiling fan. I've heard that. That's a really good one. All right, Marie writes in and says, old-fashioned shaving cream takes crayon marks off the tables. Who knew?
what?
And Mary writes, matchstick with the white tip in mouth when cutting an onion. That's not the fire starting side, is it? I don't think I need to put that one in my mouth.
Wait,
That doesn't
A
sound
matchstick
with the white tip in the mouth.
like the wooden. Is that being considered
No.
white? Because the red tip is the fire starting.
I feel like here's the point
Questions.
where we need to tell our viewers we don't recommend doing any of these things at home just in case they go terribly wrong.
Oh, but you know what? Joe, Sam, and myself were talking about one the other day. If you have a deodorant stain on the bottom of your shirt, you just kind of use the rest of the material and wipe it off just like that.
I don't
and it
think
comes
that.
on off.
You know, I tried that over the weekend. It didn't work for me.
Well,
It
maybe you
didn't?
should.
They
get
say
some
that
touch-
if you use dryer sheets, maybe
Yeah,
the,
like a bounce.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
well,
a dry sponge.
oh, that could be a good
Yeah.
idea too. All right. Well, we want to hear from you guys. Head over to the Houston Life Facebook page, join the conversation, and we'll share more of your comments a little bit later on. Can't wait to hear what they write in, Derek.
There's
and
some
Courtney.
good stuff
Yeah.
on there already.
Listen, I couldn't find shaving cream for a month because we just moved, right? And so I used some conditioner that was in the shower.
Oh yeah, I used to
Yes.
shave
It
my
was
legs
great.
with
Same
that.
thing.
I don't know why I've even been buying shaving cream all
Yeah,
these years.
I know.
Nice and smooth.
I
I'm
never
into the
even broke
shave
out.
oil right now.
Oh.
Vegetable oil, maybe?
Oh.
But it's an oil.
Try that.
This
Okay.
is very
good.
interesting.
Very interesting. Thank you, Lauren.
Sure thing, guys.
And thanks to our viewers for your comments. The onion and the matchstick thing, I'm going to have to do some
We need
research
some
on that. All right, shifting gears now. Pecan pie, it has been an American favorite since the late 1800s, Courtney. And you can find one of the best pies in town at a local bakery that has been in business for 72 years.
It's one of our favorite places in
yeah.
town for sure. Joe Sam got a slice at Three Brothers Bakery. Hey, Joe, and they are adding their own twist to this classic pie, and we're calling it pecan.
Yeah, we're calling it pecan. That was the debate, pecan or pecan. A lot of people have them. You can see all of those different pies already up here. Now, from your original pecan pie or pecan pie to the one that includes a shot or two of alcohol, Three Brothers Bakery has it all. And they gave me a taste of how they've turned their secret family recipe into an award-winning pie that keeps you craving slice after slice. It's always going to be a sweet day here at Three Brothers Bakery. There are so many different pastries and cakes and baked goods that you offer here. But today, the star is the pecan pie, or how some other people say it, pecan pie.
We only have pecan pie here
There
at
we
Three
go.
Brothers Bakery.
There are so many different variations of pecan pies that you have here, and we have them all displayed here, and they are smelling and looking good.
You have to have really good ingredients to make it good. Our pie crust is different than any other pecan pie I've ever had. The filling is a little less sweet than you would normally find in pecan pie. So this is the original pecan pie that we got some real big accolades for. We have salted caramel now. We have our chocolate fudge. We have our chocolate bourbon pecan pie, and they're all really good. We ship all over the United States. So Pecan Pie Day is a great day, any day, every day for Three Brothers Bakery.
You're fitting everybody's palate with all of these too. When you said bourbon, you had me right at bourbon. You really did. And when we talk about the process of making these amazing award-winning pies, tell us how you have it done.
After we put the pecans in, we pour the filling in on top of the pecans, get it really soaked well, and they all float to the top. Then we get them all ready. We put them in our oven, they bake in the oven, then we take them out, let them cool, they have to be cool, and then we wash them with a glaze on top. And that helps preserve the pie so that when we ship it, it stays fresh.
You just finished celebrating your anniversary, 72 years in business.
72 years. A few years ago when we won our pecan pie as Best Pecan Pie by Country Living Magazine for mail order, it really changed our business, and it really let people know in Houston and other parts of the country that there really is good pecan pie in Houston, Texas. So it's been great for us, and we love Pecan Pie Day because of that.
It's time to take a slice into the pie.
Okay.
You know which one I want.
I know it.
You
We're
know
trying
I'm
the
going for the bourbon. You
Okay.
already know it. All right, let's do it.
It's a bourbon.
Oh yeah, that was some good pie there. Now throughout today and tomorrow, Three Brothers Bakery will be giving all Houston Life viewers 15% off their online pie orders using the code I Love Pecans or pecans. I'll have more information on our website, HoustonLife.tv. Now Courtney and Derek, you have a spread of the pies up there, different kinds. I had to hit the bourbon because that's my favorite one now.
Right.
Oh, so good.
This is salted caramel, and then we've got fudge pecan pie, the original, and what do you have in front of
The
you?
chocolate bourbon pecan pie.
Okay.
I think the original, though, is such a showstopper. Also, I think the discount is invalid if you pronounce it pecan. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's pecan or no discount.
That's what they said too. They said they go with pecan, but I know a lot of people say pecan.
I think it depends on where you're born, right?
Right.
Because like in East Coast New England, I've heard pecan. We had a viewer irate one day because we said pecan instead of pecan. So
that's why I always just say both, just in case.
Glad to see your match made in heaven was reunited today.
Yes, it was.
All right, Joe, thanks a lot. Well, coming up, she's an author, an entrepreneur, and just 12 years old. What Nia Lewis is doing now to help young people practice positive thinking.
And we have a treat for Texas country music fans. Singer-songwriter Corey Morrow is heading back to Houston for 2 special live shows. There he is.
He's on the road now.
He is right now. He stopped just to do this interview. We'll have more with him when Houston Life returns.
Answer's clear. If you were half a man, you'd be there by her side. I guess whiskey goes down easier than pride.
Is such a great track. That was Whiskey and Pride by singer-songwriter Corey Morrow. For nearly 25 years, the country veteran has built a loyal audience and has had about a dozen songs on the country charts.
The Houston native has come a long way since his days at Memorial High School, and he's joining us now ahead of his homecoming shows happening later this week in Tomball. And Corey, it's great to see you. I know you're on the road. You're in Austin right now, right?
I am. Traveling home from the grocery store.
And that's just part of being on the road. I mean, you not only have to take a show on the road, but you've got 5 kids at home, a wife at home. You got to figure out where to shave, how to eat, and still put on a great show. So how are you feeling at this point? Got to be great to reconnect with your fans.
It's honestly, it's been amazing. The last year and a half was just crazy, and we're just so grateful to still be able to play music for a living. People are coming out to see us, and we're having a blast reconnecting with folks, seeing them face to face, and get the love on them and pray over them, and they get to just pray over us. We just have a good time together, just celebrating life and love and music.
It's so great to hear that concerts are coming back and tours are coming back. It's something I think, you know, music does the soul good, not only for your listeners. I know it does something to your soul as well. And when you talk about your tenured career, Corey, I mean, you debuted in 1998 with the LP, The Man That I Have Been. You went to Memorial High School. I mean, when you think about your tenured career, and maybe there's a mom or somebody out here listening is like, you know, I know one day my son or my daughter is going to make it big. It can happen, and that's what I love about shining our spotlight. It can happen.
It can happen. I had no idea that's what I wanted to do. I was in college at Texas Tech and was kind of struggling, wanting to be in college, and was just playing my guitar a lot. And I met my buddy Pat Green there. We started playing guitar, learning songs, and our friends were encouraging us. They got us our first gig, and it was after that we sat down in this little bar called Bash Rip Rocks in Lubbock, Texas, and all of our fraternity brothers and sisters came and filled the place up, and we sat there and we had a notebook and we were flipping pages with the words to like John Denver songs and Kenny Rogers songs, and we had the little letters of what chord to change to on a guitar over the words, and he and I both trying to sing harmony and we couldn't do it, so we were both singing the lead, and it was just so much fun. We played for 3 or 4 hours. We got done, went to Taco Cabana. And I said, man, this is what I want to do with my life, and I don't know how. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to go for it. And here we are, however many years, 25, 30 years later. So it's amazing. Yeah, it can be done. And I don't know the formula other than just don't give up.
Wow, that's an incredible story, too. Pat Green, one of our favorites here at Houston Life as well.
Yeah.
Corey, your music, for folks who are not familiar, your music is almost like autobiographical, right? You have these very honest lyrics. You've told the story about your life and your struggles. Do you think that is one of the reasons why your fans connect with you and those lyrics and music resonate with them so much?
I kind of hope so, yeah. You know, the albums definitely are sort of a biography, and you follow them, listen to the songs in each album in chronological order, and it really does unfold the stories and chapters of my life. And in the last decade or so, getting married, having kids, and going through some struggles, realizing what they are, having the love of my family, and finding the love of God, and being able to work through those struggles and realize that there's a better way. And then to write about it and to have our fans stay with us through all that and follow us and go on the journey with us has been amazing. I found that it feels like it's been about 30 years, and it's our music, mine and Pat's and a bunch of the other guys in the scene. Our fan base is letting our songs be the soundtrack to their lives. And so my favorite thing to do at a show is to go to the merch table afterwards and to sit and talk with people and to hear their stories and to hear their struggles and to hear their celebrations and to hear how we got to play in the background to those things that happen in their lives. And it's such an honor and such a blessing. And I'm still just blown away that I get to do this for a living. It's mind-boggling.
You know, not very often do we hear how fans impact artists, and I think that is such a testament to not only the type of artist you are, but the type of man you are, to be able to listen to your fans and to really hear what they have to say about how your music has impacted them, because I think each of us will take something away from a song. It's either going to transcend a memory, it's going to help us get through something, so it's really powerful. Okay, we're super excited about your show in Tomball. Let's talk about all the details.
Okay, it's Wednesday and Thursday. I believe we're going around 8 o'clock each night. And so it's a two-night run in Tomball at Main Street Crossing. So Main Street Crossing is the venue, and my buddy Matt Davis and his family have owned it and run it. It's a church on the weekends. It's a place for folks to come if they need a meal, and it's a music venue. And it's just one of my absolute favorite places in the whole world. to play. The sound in there is incredible. The fans are just unbelievable. They listen. It's like having 100 people in my living room and everybody just listening. And I get to tell stories, and they talk to me and I talk to them, and we sit up there and we just share. And I have been known to play upwards of 3 or 4 hours, depending on how strong everybody's will is for the night. But we'll go as long as we can each night, and it's a blast. I love it. I play songs that I don't always play full band. I play music that I haven't played in years, and I'll try to play requests if I can remember when people ask for them.
All right, Corey Morrow. Well, this is fantastic. Again, as a recap, Wednesday and Thursday, fans can find you in Tomball. Tickets start at $30. Doors at 5:30. The show starts at 7, and just a few tickets left, so snatch those up. And for longtime fans, any new music before we let you go?
Definitely been writing a bunch. The COVID, I don't know if we're going to call it the COVID tapes or what, but there's definitely some music that has come out of the last year and a half. And I'm going to be going into the studio, actually going to go into some writing sessions with some friends to really, to hone in on a lot of stuff. And we're going to try to come up with an album really, really soon for everybody.
Well, you'll definitely have to let us know about that. And Corey, I do have to tell you, for any longtime Texans or those who are native, I love how everybody has a Taco Cabana story to circle around. It's great catching up with you. We can't wait to see you back here in Houston. Safe travels.
Thank you. God bless you guys.
You too. And for tickets and more information, check out the link on the Scene on Houston Life section of our website. Everybody's got a Taco Cabana connection.
All right, coming up after the break, we're going to get a check of what's coming up on KPRC2 News at 4 o'clock. Houston Life is back in 2 minutes.
Well, welcome back to Houston Live. Courtney and Derek back with you now, just after 3:30. You're giggling.
I'm laughing already because you guys crack us up so much, our viewers. So earlier today's show, our question was, what is your favorite household hack? We always love advice from our viewers, right? Candy, you get an A+ for this one. So she says, always turn on some kind of machine when your husband comes home. Dishwasher, washing machine, or dryer, even if they are empty, so it sounds like you're doing something. And go ahead and sprinkle some pints all around.
I love it. I love it. Okay, Danny Allen, he writes in, let my Roomba do the vacuuming while I watch the Astros, #walk-off.
Oh, that's pretty good. You know, I saw like a Roomba lawnmower the other day. I'm curious if those work as well. Sounds kind of dangerous. A lawnmower that does itself.
Oh, no.
Jessica writes in, teach the kids to do it so you no longer have to. You know what? I think that is a great strategy, too, because, I don't know, when the kids go off to college, if they think mom and dad were the maid, then...
I know. That works for laundry, not necessarily loading the dishwasher, because you know how I feel about the dishwasher because you load it a certain way.
And you know how I feel about it. We open the drawer, toss it in, and call it a day. Dishes are done, man.
Especially when they're broken. You throw them away and get new ones.
There you go.
All right, we're going to check in with Keith, Christine, and Frank for a look at what they have coming up at the top of the hour. Hey, guys.
Boy, all sorts of good ideas. Wow.
Have you taught your pup how to, like, go bring you a beer yet? That'd be a great one.
I'm working on her. We're getting close, yes.
Some can open that fridge.
I know.
I know.
She can't open the door, though, actually. She can open, it's like with a handle.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
So yes, in case I'm in danger, she can help us get out.
There we go. Hey, great to see you guys. All right, so some storms developing to the north and the west of the Houston area. Frank, what's going on?
Yeah, they're coming right our way. So a lot of you folks in Jersey Village, Cypress, already seeing these storms up toward Porter and the Woodlands. You can see it's been busy for much of the day to our north, but then in the last hour, this line of storms has formed. These outflow boundaries in the heat of the day create these storms. 30-mile-an-hour winds, heavy downpours on the order of 1 inch per hour. So not getting a lot of reports of flood issues. We'll keep an eye on that, but it is on the move. So that's at least some help. But a lot of lightning. I'll tell you what, it's going to continue to move off toward Houston by 4 o'clock, Crosby by 4, Hobby 4:15, Ellington Field 4:39. You can imagine what this is doing to Intercontinental and all of the airport delays there. So you can see that. Look at that big storm that moved right over Cleveland. I've got some that are right down around Jersey Village, too. See that cluster? Here's the airport here, so it's getting lightning and storms. So there's at least a 45-minute gate hold that I saw, and increasing with time. You just can't go anywhere or come into the airport right now up to the north. And you can see, I want to zoom in on this area. That purple area, when I see that, that's heavy rain coming down. So watch out. Right there to the south of 249, Spindle Drive, West Road, West Bank Avenue, Woodland Oaks, all of you folks there, you're seeing some strong downpours and a lot of lightning. You saw those flashes. Then down to the south, right through Katy, you're getting these storms into the Fulshire area. And you can really just follow that green line. We're going to continue to see this move right along over the next 2 hours. So it's going to be a busy news time from 4 to 6. I can tell you that. The storm's through Galveston at 6 and then begins to really fade away once we get to 8 o'clock. So things will begin to wind down once we get there. Obviously haven't yet. So coming up, the showers through early evening, 6, 7 o'clock. By the way, the Saharan dust is back, and then we're into typical summer weather as we head into the rest of the week. But a lot to talk about at 4 o'clock.
All right, Frank, thank you. I want to give you a look now at some of the other stories we're covering for 4 o'clock. It's a story that we've been following since yesterday. A missing woman from the Richmond area. Her vehicle and body believed to be hers has been recovered from a creek. Well, we're learning about the investigation from the Fort Bend County Sheriff's Office.
Also coming up at 4 o'clock, new developments regarding the Johnson & Johnson COVID vaccine. The CDC saying it's received reports of 100 people who developed a disorder that causes muscle weaknesses and occasionally causes paralysis. We'll take a look at how that number compares to the overall number of people who've received the Johnson & Johnson vaccine.
And finally, you've probably seen something like this before, but it's always cool to see again. Meet this 15-year-old who created a tuxedo for prom using duct tape. Teenager is a finalist in a contest. How much she stands to win if she finishes in first place.
Look at that. Yeah. Very impressive.
Creativity.
Yeah, a lot coming up today
I
at 4
love the
o'clock.
detail.
You know, I'm pretty
that.
sure Courtney's prom dress was made of duct tape as well. That's what you told me, right?
Oh, yes.
It was pretty.
It was lovely.
Extra padding in the shoulders.
Yeah.
Was she wearing bangs, though? That's the question.
Oh, yeah.
Always. They just stuck straight up like that.
All right, guys, we'll see you at 4 o'clock.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay, so this is pretty cool news. I saw this story this morning. You know Naomi Osaka, so star tennis player, right? And she was just named at the ESPYs Best Female Athlete. So a lot of people talking about Naomi, especially because a few weeks ago, she took that very public break, said she didn't want to face the press. She wanted to focus on her health and well-being, her mental health specifically. So it has been announced that the Naomi Osaka Barbie doll is now available. Now, she has fans all over the world. This is sold out on Amazon. It still is available on Mattel.com. But they are celebrating role models, essentially. Right. Naomi absolutely is one. She will represent Japan in the Tokyo Olympics next month, which is pretty cool. But the quote from Mattel is that their celebration of real-life role models is comprised of remarkable women who are breaking boundaries and inspiring the next generation.
And young girls should have someone to look up to that look like them.
Amen.
Absolutely.
Amen.
By the way, you can catch the Olympics right here on KPRC2. You know what? The clock is ticking because it's starting on July 23rd with opening ceremonies.
That is not this Friday, but next Friday already. Can you believe it? Well, Keith Garvin, Christine Noel, and Roseanne Aragon will be live in Tokyo with all the details on the 2020 Olympics. We got to hang out with the team this morning. They are just a few days away from wheels up on that airplane.
I know. It's all going to be great coverage for sure.
It sure is, so be sure to tune in. After the break, Adeshe Amalé and Nia Lewis are chatting youth mental health ahead of the TEDx event happening in Alief. There they are. We're going to chat with them and learn how both parents and kids can benefit when Houston Life returns.
Well, welcome back. You know, while many are returning to business as usual following the pandemic, some are still reeling from the after effects. Not surprising, right? Including our young people.
Oh, yeah. TEDx organizer Adeshe Amalé and author and entrepreneur Nia Lewis are here with more on an upcoming event that can help our youth emerge from modern day challenges. Welcome to you both. And this is so exciting. Nia, you've been on our show multiple times with your mother, Dr. Shana D. Lewis. So it's great to have you back. And let's talk about this TEDx event that's happening, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, the 24th of July. And this is an opportunity for, you know, folks from around the Alief and Houston area to come in and get a bit of soul food, right?
Yes, yes. This event is very exciting for me because this is going to be the first youth event we're going to have in Alief community. And for her to be the youngest coming on board, you know, it's amazing. So I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, let's get a little sneak peek because Nia, you're 12 years old, you're in 7th grade, and you're also an author of Pillow Talk, a Christian mother and daughter journal. You're an entrepreneur. You founded the University of Motivation and Inspiration. And I would imagine your TEDx talk is about motivation, right? Can you give us an example of what you'll be speaking about?
Well, my TEDx talk is based around anxiety. Anxiety is something that I deal with on a day-to-day basis. So I hope that hearing it from a kid's perspective will be eye-opening for other people.
And in addition, sorry, Courtney, to jump in, but in addition to sharing your story, Nia, for other young people to help them sort of process whatever they've been processing, how has this process been for you? Healing as well?
Well, I guess you could say that just talking about it and bringing up those memories and those anxiety attacks. I talked to my mom. My biggest thing that helps me get through anxiety is my support system. So especially my mom, she's been helping me a lot. So I guess you could say it's really healing.
It's you have to probably remind ourselves that you're 12 years old.
I am.
I'm sorry. It's just, it's mind-boggling to me. And Deshae, when you first heard about Nia and she applied to be part of this TEDx, when you saw her information on the paper, were you kind of like, I don't know, you know, let me meet her and see what happens?
Well, for the TEDx platform, we try to nominate the right people that will be able to deliver an idea that would actually change the mindset of people to see things in a different perspective. Dr. Shanna actually was on our TEDx Elite program last year, and while I was trying to figure out, okay, who am I going to nominate, and I was like, hold on, I've seen her daughter. I think she might have something she might be able to share with the community. So it started from there. So that's why she's even the only one in this event, you know, and we had so many applications. We had over 40 applications that we had to sift through to come down to 9 speakers. So yeah, so the story is a little different. Yeah.
9 speakers, Nia, at 12 years old, you are the youngest speaker. There is this concept of emerge that you guys are really underscoring this year's event with. Can you explain what that means?
Oh, wow. Okay, last year, we started the first event just right before the pandemic. And I was trying to figure out what do we do now? Because now there's going to be a lockdown. How do we do an event in a space? So we did our virtual events last year. And I started thinking about it that since the environment has changed, it's time for us to emerge. And when you're emerging, it's a translation from one point to another, but there's also a transformation. So being able to operate in that new environment as a butterfly. So the concept is wrapped around the butterfly. So all our designs are actually having the butterfly to show that concept of emerging.
Oh, so you're essentially emerging like better than before.
Yes, yes.
And Nia, what does emerge mean to you?
Well, I didn't know it was about a butterfly, but I actually have a little like picture that I imagined. So it's like a whale, hear me out, breaking an ice barrier as it shoots up from the water. So I guess the story that I created behind that was the whale is a person who deals with anxiety. And so that ice barrier is the anxiety. So then breaking that ice barrier is like them overcoming that anxiety. So I guess when I hear the word emerge, I think of overcoming an obstacle. Yeah, it's a weird story, but
It's not weird at all.
It's
okay, good.
It's a fantastic analogy. And I think just the honesty of sharing your story and really recognizing that we're all in this together and whatever we're feeling, it's likely that other people are feeling it as well. Very quickly, because we're just about out of time at Deshae. So a lot of people are familiar with TED Talks. A TEDx Talk has more of a local focus. Is that right?
Correct. So it's still TED Talks because it's going to be published on the TED website where you can find the content there. But you know, one thing I've noticed that most people don't know about the entertainment or the experience at the event. So it's not just the talks. There's going to be entertainment, live jazz is going to be there, and engagement with the community. But the whole idea is to actually just stir up ideas that can actually impact the community. So we're narrow focused to the A-Leaf community, but it's also relevant in a global experience, especially in A-Leaf that is a very diverse community. And you can get that experience and be able to spread it across the globe.
Well, it is coming up. It's sure to be fantastic. Here's the information that you need to know about TEDx at the West Houston Institute. It's Saturday, July 24th from 10 to 4. You can attend in person or online. Tickets start at just $15. That's for the virtual side. And it's really fantastic. It's a great way for everyone in the community to be part of it.
Deshae Amale and Nia Lewis, thanks so much for your time today. It's great to see you both.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
And we will be posting the full details for the event, plus a link to win free tickets on our website, HoustonLife.tv.
Sounds great. All right, we're going to check in now with Lauren Kelly, who has a look at a childhood classic being brought to life. Hey, Lauren.
Hey, guys. Still ahead, how a young girl's love for her dog makes him grow to an enormous size. The stars from Clifford the Big Red Dog are spilling some secrets on how the new film came together. That's when Houston Life returns. Elizabeth wishes for her tiny red puppy to become big enough that bullies won't ever bother them again. Her wish comes true in a big way. In the new trailer for Clifford the Big Red Dog, we're getting a first look at the beloved children's classic from two of the film's stars, Darby Camp and Jack Whitehall.
But sometimes the magic finds us.
Look at you, Uncle Casey. So cute.
And so red.
How big is he gonna get?
That depends, doesn't it?
On what?
On how much you love him.
I wish we were big and strong, and the world couldn't hurt us.
Brief summary, elevator pitch, little girl loves her dog so much, it grows really big. If you're not sold, then I don't know what will entice you to a theater. A giant red dog gallivanting around New York City. It's fun for all of the family.
I mean, yeah, there actually weren't real dogs to work with, which was a bummer, but that's okay because there was an amazing puppeteers who, as Big Clifford, there was a giant puppet who was really cool to work with, actually. And then Baby Clifford wasn't even a real dog, but, you know, it's okay because there were dogs in the beginning, but it was...
No, you can't tell me this. No. They're all real. I need to know that they're all real. But you guys had a fun time on set, I'm sure, just making the story come to life, right?
Yes, definitely.
Were you a dog person? Did you have a dog in your house?
I did. I had a dog called Mabel, who was small and grey and not big and red. And yeah, I was definitely a doggy person when I was growing up.
What do you think you would have done if your dog would have gotten to be to an enormous size?
I don't even know what I would do.
I think riding the dog as well. One of the best sequences in our movie is a very fun moment when Darby ends up on top of Clifford the Big Red Dog and is racing through the streets of New York. And it's a really kind of iconic scene in the movie. And I feel like that would be very fun in real life.
Jack, do you think that that's kind of the reason why this story has stuck around for so long, because it's just so lovable?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it is one of those really kind of iconic pieces of IP. And even over in Blighty, I had, of course, heard of Clifford the Big Red Dog. And, you know, it's a children's book with international appeal and I think is probably a timeless story. And we, you know, both feel really honored that we've been part of bringing that iconic story to the big screen.
Well, it's absolutely one of our faves here at Houston Life. We can't wait to catch it in theaters in September. Jack Whitehall and Darby Camp, thank you so much for taking the time. We are really excited to see this. And look, I wore my red for you guys today. And look at that.
Yes, thank you.
Why didn't we think to do that? I mean,
I don't know.
From the blues.
Next time, right?
Nailed it, yeah.
Awesome, guys. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Bye, Lauren.
Clifford the Big Red Dog hits theaters on September 17th. And to watch the full trailer for the film, just head over to HoustonLife.tv. Definitely a classic, you guys. You're not going to want to miss it. It's adorable.
It looks so cute. I love all the little nuggets of, you know, how they filmed it. And, you know, I wish it was a giant dog, but
I know, a
so
real
cute.
giant dog. Missed the mark right there.
Thanks, Lauren.
Sure.
Can't wait to see it.
After the break, a look at what's coming up on tomorrow's show, including a way to occupy your little ones.
And as we head to break, let's check in with Kevin Frazier for a look at what's coming up on Entertainment Tonight. Hi, Kevin.
Derek and Courtney tonight at 6:30 on Entertainment Tonight. Get ready for a little fun in the sun from the Bahamas. E.T. is breaking couples news. Are things locking in between Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck? Plus, a new DIY destination inside Chip and Joanna Gaines' growing empire. That's all tonight at 6:30 on KPRC2. But right now, stay right there because there's more Houston Life on the way.
Coming up tomorrow on Houston Live, just in time for 713 Day, we are learning all about the slabs tradition right here in Houston.
Plus, fidget toys, they're back thanks to TikTok. See the must-have devices your kids are begging to have this summer.
Fidget toys like a fidget spinner?
Like a fidget spinner, and now these are like these pop-it things and all kinds of fun stuff.
Wow, I gotta catch up.
You do.
Gotta look at that TikTok. All right, before we go, let's get one last look at some of your responses to today's question of the day. Some of your favorite household hacks hacks. From Kim, we fill up a gallon jug of spot-free rinse at the car wash for our windows and shower doors. You know what? We use Rain-X on our shower doors at home. It works like a charm.
Okay, well, Rochelle writes in, this is the only thing that cleans grout. It's great, and that's Dawn Power Wash.
Yeah, we use that too. I was skeptical, but it totally works. Nan writes in, cleaning stainless steel appliances, use a microfiber cloth and mineral oil.
Oh.
Life-changing.
Interesting. I can't stand the way microfiber cloths feel.
You know what? It makes me, they almost feel like Velcro on your skin.
On my hand.
Right?
I don't like it.
You know what's funny? Brandon hates them too. And the other day in a fit, like took them all and threw them in the trash.
Yes, I don't like them.
And you can never launder them with other things because they cling like crazy.
It's Velcro.
But you know what? I'd be willing to try the mineral oil and microfiber cloth thing because those stainless steel wipes.
Yeah.
They're ridiculously expensive for a tiny little container.
I have a mitt, the thing that you put your hand in. That's
You
a
do?
stainless steel cloth.
Does it work?
It does.
Do you put mineral oil on it?
No, just a little spray. Wipe
I
it down.
need to know more, but
Stainless steel mitt.
we'll save that conversation for another day because it is now 3:59 p.m. on the dot. You know what that means, Courtney?
That means we got to toss it over to Keith and Christine standing by for the news at 4. Hey, guys.
Hey, how you guys doing? Happy Monday to you both.
You
Happy
too.
Monday to you. The countdown is on until you both jump on a plane to the Olympics.
Yeah, Friday.
You packing the snacks or am I?
I have a bunch of snacks.
I got
that
snacks,
doesn't
too.
mean you shouldn't bring
The
your
priorities. You're not going to share?
Nobody said we were going to share. I mean, come
Listen,
on.
we're going to be together for 4 weeks straight. We better work this out.
Depends on what kind of snacks you get.
I
Okay,
got the
well,
good snacks.
Yeah, okay. We'll look forward to it.
Countdown's on, guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow on Houston Life.